This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They aren't afraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Young back to it after the pick. Oh, put some heat on this. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Young on third and goal. He rolls to his right. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Josie Jewell making that stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Penix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Penix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Chuck Clark has it. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. David Onyemata there for the stop. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On third down, it's Young. Completed to Lockett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Young on first and 10. Finds Laporta. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's second and 7. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throw on third down. Finds a man right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up second and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Hubbard will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes.
He has the Carolina touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So that's one. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action. Here's Penix. Got a man. It's Drake London. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the shotgun, Penix has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 19. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Getting out to his left. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Falcons can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 46. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. It's the Falcons facing a 3rd and 6. Extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it. Young. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
He completes it in traffic. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's our last chance.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Penix here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking to throw. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, this is from 47. Moody knocks it through. And that'll get him back to 11. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Penix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Penix working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons bring this back inside the 10-yard line before going down. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
Here's Penix. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Throwing Penix. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now, here's third and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Here's Young on first and 10. with the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Penix now on first down. Throw reeled in by London. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after them.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On second down, Robinson. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Robinson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's second and goal. From the shotgun, Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To the air on first down. Young connects with Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He tucks it and takes off. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Shotgun snap now to Young. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Man in motion here. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That stop made by Derek Brown. 3. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Penix. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix now. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Here's Robinson up the middle. He cuts, and he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Laporta with the grab. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Young working from the gun. He's got time. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
1st down, ball at the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Young up 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. From the red zone now. Buying some time right. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2. Sticking to the air. It's Young. And he's got a man. Complete. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. The Panthers say they have it, and the refs agree. Panther football. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Another carry for Robinson. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The Panthers going with the dime. 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up, guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Staying with Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons moments away from their 4th win of the year. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. Once more, it's Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plunges or if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring 1. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And it sets up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Young throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Finds Laporta. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Play action now. Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react.
And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Panthers get it back to a 19-point deficit. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Falcons earn the win in